So during one of her teaching forays, she was in East Africa. It was Teachers for East Africa. She was in Kenya teaching the Aberdare Mountains. And while teaching there, became acquainted with some of the people who were making Kenya's independence movement. That's where she met my dad. My great uncle is Jomo Kenyatta, who was Kenya's first president. And so she met my father there, and they had a relationship. He was not going to be like sort of a part of our lives. So rather than I grew up in the United States rather than sort of in Kenya, and we moved to Harlem because she thought, well,
You were born in Kenya?
I was born in Harlem.
Oh, okay.
West 142nd and Riverside is where we lived. Yeah. She's this white lady from the Midwest who decided to live in, that was Black Harlem, at the time, because she was going to have a black kid. So she moved back to Illinois to get support from her family, and then went looking for a public high school teaching job, which you'd think, given her outstanding, 18-year resume, already global travel and teaching world history, would be something to be surprised. All of the schools that, without exception, the schools that she applied to said, you have qualifications. You'd be very happy to have you teach here, but your family would have to live in another community because you're an interracial family. They made it clear that,
and the interracial part is
a 1-year-old half African kid, and they were clear about that. And so she was not interested in taking any of those positions. It turns out a friend of hers from Marseilles was teaching at Libertyville Public High School, and he vouched for her. She got a job there. The real estate agent told my mom that there has never been a black person that's lived in Libertyville. Like that
red line.
That child was going to literally integrate the town of Libertyville, Illinois. We were applying for an apartment right across from the high school, but the real estate agent had to go door to door, ask the other tenants if it was okay, if there was an interracial family. They softened the blow by saying, well, look, this is not an ordinary Negro child. This is a African princeling. They sort of upsold me. And so that's how we got our toehold there. And that weirdly, like that sort of princeling story, false rumor followed me. And so I was old enough to date their daughter.